Yeah, yo. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dashing. We back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel review. It's a new season, so as you can see, um we're already at what do you call this? Diamond 5. So we are at Diamond 5 without using any meta decks. We're just using I've been using like True Draco a lot because it's been really refreshing to play. Um Sword Soul isn't as rampant anymore. So, we get to see other decks, people got tired of playing Sword Soul 24/7 for the month of May. So, without further ado, let's check out our first game. Okay, so we are running IDS here. Turn 1, our turn 1 is kind of meh. What do we get? Yep, we get Ash, potential interruption. Nah, we just use it like summon our or get our link monsters on the graveyard and the field. Summon Dogmatika, Ecclesia into Maximus. Drop APK with what's this? Titanic Lad. Yep. End their turn. And then we can summon Wind on the next turn. Okay, yep. Banish. Summon Winda. So this is gonna prevent him to like do his special summon shenanigans. Yep, you can pop secure, that's fine. Unfortunately, we don't have Invoker yet, but now we do, potentially. He pops those cards. We can't really have any play against it. I summon Dogmatika Fleur just to attack and do heavy damage. 1, 2, 3. 2,000 left. Summons this card. This card is very annoying. This is what makes Sword Soul OP. The fact that it's basically a Reigeki in hand, right? A pseudo Reigeki in hand. So declare one type on the field and destroy all monsters with that attribute. So okay, so it's not that OP. He needs to use when he uses this, he needs to always go dark unless he wants it to be popped. So does that affect us? Yeah, it pops Winda. But as far as I know, Winda is immune to card effects, right? Cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Okay, so that's fine. That should be fine. So it only affected Nail. Or why did it affect Nail? Weird. Okay. We just attack. And is that game? Yep, that's game. Easy game. That was easy considering, we did go first and we were able to set up like a decent board versus Sword Soul. It's still Sword Soul, right? But just having Winda there limited their options. So, it's really just the nature of the deck. If you play like Floodgates, that's either they have something to deal with it or not. It's really just black and white. Okay, so this is True Draco. Alright, what game do we have here? Terraforming Sky Strikers, okay. Sky Strikers versus True Draco, it's a bad matchup for True Draco. Strikers will win probably, I'd say, it depends. It depends if True Draco goes first and we have a good hand, it's in our favor. But if not, if Strikers goes first, it's definitely in their favor. Maybe 8-2 matchup, so they win the game 8 times out of 10. Especially this variation that has DPE. DPE screws through Draco like 100%. Even with Monarchs, DPE, just the ability of cycling a 2/5 mon. Like once you pop Apocalypse, DPE can just keep killing our mons. We don't have anything higher than that. So yep, it changed to pop our, who's this? Ignis. He even has Ash. That's hella annoying. I have seen Sky Strikers run Kaiser Coliseum a lot more often, which makes sense. They only have like one most of the time. We use Demise there, get more resources. Yep, we can use this. Pop Apo, get Heritage, so we can have additional draw power here. Yep. Additional special summon, attack, get more resources. Yep. Uses that to negate the attack. We return more resources. Do we draw a card now? Yep, we draw a card. Summon Dynamite. Yep. We had to summon Dynamite because we did use Demise, so he eventually was, or we were eventually gonna discard those cards anyway. So this is actually good for us. We have Warlords, meaning DPE is not a factor anymore. That's one of the few ways we can deal with DPE, is have Warlords. I'll show also the deck list for this True Draco. I believe this is the best True Draco like currently in the format, unless, you know, they bring out like Masterpiece. Like, believe me, I've played a lot of True Draco and I've seen a lot of True Draco decks there. This is probably the most consistent one and has the most outs to anything in the format right now. Summon Shizuku. Okay, this, I don't know how they do that. Did you see that? They set the cards and then they get to shuffle it. Is that really a thing? I think that's a thing, but I don't know how to do that. That's something I'll have to look into. Okay, so we get back resources. Here you go, Maxi. Doesn't matter. You're just losing resources there. We pop that Mon. Ace is gonna come back. He goes Mecha to negate as well as get control. I pop that card. Okay, so this is the way to beat Sky Strikers. From the many times I've played Strikers, this is like the few times we do get to beat it, considering they got like full board. So the way you beat it is you take out this card. Multi-roll modules. So this is the card that keeps getting them resources. So the more you break this card, the more, the less options you have. And basically you're stalling out to get, what do you call that? This card, Imperial Order. Imperial Order screws Sky Strikers 100%. So it's a matter of stalling out until getting Imperial Order. And after that, they don't really have much options against it. Yep, we get an attack off. It's gonna activate a card like Engage or whatever. Summons the turtle. That's fine. Yep, we chain and then IO. No. Alright. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do anything here. Summons Halki. We go Erupt. This is such a hardcore combo. Skill drain with IO. It's like the dream, right? We pop that card just to pop this card, just in case he has something for IO. We want to limit the resources they have. And they probably just scoop here. Yep. Yep. Probably they don't have any tech for that at all. So yeah, that's definitely the game. Let's have a look at, I did say I'm gonna show you guys the deck profile here. Where is that? True Draco. Okay, so this is the deck profile. Best True Draco deck. I mean, I can give you some suggestions on what you could potentially change, but for the most part, this is the most consistent list I've had. Okay, so this is very generic. 2 Maidens, 3 Ignis, 3 Dynamite, Terraforming, just because we only have 1 diagram. They really should make this 2 or 3. 1 is like definitely not enough. 3 demise, always go 3 demise. I thought about 3 duality, but it's definitely inconsistent. 2 is like the best. Because what will happen if you have 3, you could draw 2, even 3 in your starting hand, and you can only use 1. So those are like useless there. So 2 is pretty good. 2 is like the optimal. We go 3 heritage because this is our draw power. We only run 2 disciples because the trap cards are more important. Some people run only 2 return, but I value return more than disciples. We run 1 Stormfront. You could put this up to 2. I can see an argument for 2. I can also see an argument for Pot of Desires, was it? Yeah, I can see an argument for Pot of Desires. You could do this, but the downside is you are running IO, right? And if this gets banished, it could ruin your game. Also, it has potential to like get you out of situations, but in my opinion, the deck is consistent enough to win without desires. So you know, you could potentially put yourself in a bad position banishing all your dynamites. You know, you banish 2 dynamites and then your opponent uses like called by, banishes the 3rd one. So I've tried 1 and 2 desires, but I found that the deck just functions better without it. So we have 2 waterfalls. This is just for consistency of getting our mons out. You could run like, I don't suggest running a 3rd maiden. So the good thing about this is you get to search for which mon you want for the situation, as well as tribute the mon. If the mon's gonna die anyway, you could just use this to like gain more hand control. Amazing card. I run 3 judgments just because you kind of want to have like backline control, as well as, you know, I could see the potential of going just 2 and adding 2 strikes, especially because of DPE. Like, you probably should, but the thing is, you are very dependent on your backline, and you have IO, right? And 2 judgments. That's your only defense for Duster, Lightning Storm, stuff like that. So I found that having 3 is kind of necessary. You know, a lot of people still run Numeron, so you know they're gonna have Lightning Storm, and it's just a good thing to have. Like, you could just go 41 cards and add another strike. I'm totally okay with that. You could even add another desires. I'm okay with that. But for optimization purposes, this deck list is what I've tried that consistently, you know, gives good hands, as well as, you know, drawing the right cards at the right time. So yeah, 1 strike. Like I said, you could make this 2, that's fine. 2 Warlords. Warlords is really good. It screws up key decks like Sword Soul. I mean, not Sword Soul too much, but, you know, he can't get Baron out. It screws up Tri Brigade. So, you know, Prank Kids. Does it screw up Prank Kids? I don't think so. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, this screws up a lot of decks and it doesn't affect you at all. We only have 1 skill drain with 3 erupt. I tried running 2, but the thing is, if you draw a skill drain with 2 monarchs, that's already 3 cards that's useless, right? Only 1 of them is viable. But you kind of want to run 1 just in case, you know, you draw all traps all magic cards, and you know, you have Erupt, which is useless because you don't have a Mon. So yeah, and then 3 Return, 3 Apocalypse. So that's basically the deck list. If you want to know what full combo, in my opinion, looks like, in the minimalist sense, you have a Mon in the field, preferably Dynamite. You have not skill drain, but I prefer Monarchs, of course. So Dynamite, Monarchs, and any form of protection like IO or Judgment. That's basically full combo, in my opinion. Anything more is just an extension. Those 3 cards on the field can pretty much screw your opponent for the most part. Like, that screws, 90, 95, 97% of all decks out there. So yeah, that's going to be the deck profile as well. So if you guys are interested in running True Draco, this is the best deck, or the best version of it, in my opinion, of course. But yeah, some people run Kaiser Colosseums, some people run Summon Limit. In my opinion, those are trash. Those only work if you run turn 1. A lot of people, they run decks that are designed for, this is a going second deck, this is a going first deck. To me, those are hella dumb, because you cannot decide what the coin toss is, right? Like, there is an argument to optimize for one specific play, but what's the point of optimizing it for going first if it screws you going second? Summon Limit, useless going second. Kaiser, useless going second. Like, against majority of the decks. This deck I have here, if you have full combo, it's better going first. If you don't, it's better going second, obviously. But this really breaks boards. This has no problem breaking boards. The problem with True Draco is consistency issues, right? That's why it's not like a tier deck. It can lose to hand traps and all that. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, if you guys want to like try out a top tier True Draco deck, this is probably the best one you can find. Hopefully in the future they unban Masterpiece, so maybe we can be tier 3 in the future if that's the case. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. If you guys like the content, like, comment, subscribe if you want to support your boy even more. Links to Patreon down in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.